Hello and welcome to Campus Corner. I'm Carolyn Reyes. Being involved in campus organizations and clubs is a great experience. Our reporter Jingjie is live on campus asking how they get involved at the U.
I think I just never really found out about them right away or like how to join.
Laura is not the only student who wants to learn more about campus clubs and organizations. Director of Student Activities and Student Organizations, Joshua Brandfon, introduces the basic information about students' organizations on campus.
So we advise the Committee on Student Organizations, which oversees our now 300 student organizations here on campus. There's many organizations that directly relate to a student's academic interests.
I am in the Hurricane Athletic Training Students organization, so it's a club that goes with my major.
I'm a creative advertising minor, so I'm in Ad Group, which is an organization for advertising majors and minors on campus.
Students not only participate in academic-oriented clubs, they also have more choices on cultural-based organizations on campus.
This year, I decided to go into the Council of International Students and Organizations, which is COISO. It's kind of an umbrella org, which it oversees all of the cultural orgs on campus.
Students' organizations host diverse events throughout every semester, like Orange Festival, Mr. Engineer Pageant, and the International Week. Being part of an organization is easy. The best advices you can get are from your peers and orientation leaders.
A lot of them I saw at Cane Fest, so I went to that, just signed up. I signed up for way too many, and then I ended up joining like 2 or 3 that I actually stuck with, and those were Best Buddies, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. I found out just from friends about joining a sorority. I decided to do that. So basically just people around me.
Okay, well, I played water polo in high school, and as soon as I came to UM, I just started looking for a club, and my friend, who was 1 year above me, who was a sophomore when I became a freshman in college, brought me into it, and I just joined it, yeah.
Organization like Greek Life has specific academic requirements for being their members.
There's a minimum GPA for the entire community of 2.5, and you must be a second semester freshman or greater. The reason for the requirements are so that, first of all, students have a chance to understand university life before they join a fraternity or sorority. And it's also because we find that students who perform better academically also do better in Greek life.
Joining students' organizations and clubs are a big part of college life.
It's not just about joining the club, it's also about making connections, building friendships, bonds, and it's good for the long run in the future.
I think that the best way to meet a lot of people similar to yourself is to join organizations. You're more likely to find people with common interests and things that you want to do with them together. So I think it's a great way to meet people who you might want to develop more friendships with.
The organizers and the students agreed that being involved in student organizations on campus can not only build their unique experiences, but also to succeed in their academics. Back to studio.
Thank you, Jingjie, for your report. In an interview, we speak to Junior Avisha, who thinks being involved on campus is beneficial to a college experience. In our segment today, we are speaking to COISO's Vice President, Avisha. Avisha, can you tell us how did COISO begin on campus?
Actually, COISO began 47 years ago on campus this year, so we're celebrating our 47th anniversary. It was all because of our really influential and helpful alumni who came together and realized that there is a need for international students to come together and help protect their own interests and just provide a place for them to feel comfortable with each other and adjust to American college lifestyle. And so they came together and formed an organization on campus.
It's a great organization that you guys have started. What kind of activities do you guys start to make sure to get people involved with COISO and other organizations?
Right. We have events all throughout the year. For example, we have trips. We go to Orlando for Universal Studios, or we go to Disney. And these are just trips for international students to come together and all just go and experience what's around them around Miami. In the fall, we have something called the International Dance Competition. And this is a really cool showcase where It's a big event where everyone comes. There's free food, there's dancing. It's a friendly competition. We also take part in homecoming, of course. And over the spring semester, we have the International Week. And each day of the week, during the day, we have tent activities. And in the evening, we have exciting performances. And so International Week is one of our biggest events.
What is like your best take from being a part of COISO that you would say to encourage someone who's not involved in any clubs to make sure that you get into something while your time here at UM?
The reason I would encourage people to join is you never know which organization is for you. It may be COISO, it may be not, but you would never know until you try. And the feeling that you get once you know which organization is for you and who are there for you, it's just a great feeling. It's a way for you to have fun, but yet still be productive. You know that what you're doing matters, but you know you're also having fun while you're doing it. So I would definitely encourage people to just go to a few meetings just to check it out, and you never might know, you might find your new family there.
So we thank Avisha here for her time, and this has been the interview for our segment in Campus Corner. There is a great online service where you can find information on clubs and organizations. You can access OrgSync with your Kane ID and password. Once logged in, you'll be able to browse through all clubs and organizations listed and find out valuable information for each, how to join, and find upcoming events. Did you know that many on-campus organizations and clubs have been started by students themselves? The Council of Student Organizations helps you, and hopefully you can create your own club here on campus. Our reporter Wang Ye is speaking to the COSO offices.
COSO is the Committee on Student Organizations. Today we talked with the chair Jasmine Tomita Barber about one of the most important functions of COSO.
So one of the services that we do provide is the ability for students to begin new student organizations on campus that aren't currently available to them. And the idea is that we don't fill niches that have already been filled. So we try to ensure that new student organizations don't have an overlapping purpose. We also look for structure and kind of involvement on campus, because the point of student organizations is to enrich student life. So we want to ensure that they're doing things actively to engage their members, so it's not just a programming board, for example, or it's not just off-campus activities. We want to make sure that everyone has a pretty good balance and ability to engage students in multiple capacities. We have a form on OrgSync. You go to the COSO page, it's under forums, and it's called the New Student Organization Interest Packet. So you go through there and you fill out a questionnaire about the organization's mission and vision, the purpose, how is it different from existing ones so we don't overlap with ones that already function on campus. What are you going to offer your members and your students, and what are you going to bring that's sort of new? Once you do that, you need to have 25 members who are potentially interested in your organization. You need to have a president, a treasurer, and an advisor, and then that's all you need.
For example, Andre Buchanan took the advantage and started his own club, the Transfer Student Association.
Well, I started the organization a year ago. Basically, at this university, there's 2,000 transfer students, and most of them don't have a place to, meet a lot of people. It's hard, especially academically, for a lot of students. So I started the organization with the goal of fixing that problem. We've grown a lot. We have 43 members officially as of last week. What I've learned this year is that no one really joins an organization for what they do. They join it to have a group of like-minded people around them. So I'd say join, because it'll make your experience at the University of Miami a lot better.
To find out more about COSO, you can find them in the Student Activity Center in room 210H. In all, the University of Miami has over 300 clubs and organizations. Whether clubs, sports, or academic or cultural based, there is something for everyone. For Campus Corner, I'm Carolyn Reyes.